Hush now, do you hear that? It's the sound of a secret being dipped in ink. Today at Rosewood Manor, we are stepping into a world of hush hush and hide and seek as we assemble our second signature, forbidden ink. We have spilled inkwells to camouflage, meddling ants to outsmart, and a very naughty manor cat named Lady Mittens who nearly gave the whole game away. Grab your glue and your courage. We have some beautiful mischief to manage. Welcome back to Rosewood Manor Prints. I'm Sarah, and today our fingers might get a little stained with manuscript blue, but I promise it's all in the name of art. We are weaving together the pages where our botanical lady plays a clever game of nothing to see here. Between the suspicious glances of the head housemaid and a single rosemary-scented pact with the gardener, this signature is a whimsical dance of shadows and leaves. Before we continue, for the crafters that are new to the channel, do mark your journals. Our promenade gathers twice weekly, every Tuesday and Friday. By joining our society, you aren't just crafting, you are building a legacy. I promise that when our work is complete, you will hold a fully realized heirloom journal in your hands. To keep our journal seamless, I have curated a special playlist for you. Consider it your private library, where every past lesson remains at your beck and call. To keep current on the whispers of the ton, simply subscribe and strike the bell. It is after all the only way to ensure the footman announces the arrival of our next chapter the moment it reaches the parlor. Should you wish to procure these very same patterns and materials for your own journal, you will find a full inventory list tucked discreetly within the description box below. If these designs have captured your heart, the Botanical Secrets collection awaits you in our Etsy boutique. Details are listed below. Or if you are viewing on your parlor screens or television, let this QR code be your magic key. Simply aim your camera and click. The boutique doors are already open for you. Now, if you're ready to turn simple pages into a wonder, let us begin our assembly. Many of you have requested a quick run-through of the page order of a signature when we are working on these. We begin with this beautiful outdoor sitting area in the center, and on the back are these beautiful peonies and the conservatory. Then we have this background page with the beautiful wisteria and the roses, and on the back is this beautiful foxglove image and the garden area. And then we have here this beautiful garden wall with the urn here and the succulents and the beautiful wisteria here and the library image here. And here we have a background page with the succulents here. And on the back is Lady Mittens. How cute. And then we have here another background page with the different greenery. And here we have a botanical table here for botanical studies with a sage leaf. And here I'm using a lined page from the Floral lined paper pack, which is separate from the Botanical Secrets pack. And on the back I printed another background page from the Botanical Secrets here, a neutral one. And then we simply fold it over like so. And for this signature, I'm using the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in Frayed Burlap and in Rustic Wilderness. And that's a new one I just got in, and let's see how that one turns out. So let's begin with our front page here. And here's the lady sitting by the window working on her secret manuscript. And so for that, I wanted to add some lined paper. And this is from the regular lined paper pack. And all I did was I simply cut strips from the printed pages and I glued them here together to form a longer piece. And I inked all around the edges here. And also here. I inked all around the edges here as well. This is how I folded this particular booklet. So we have here one flap here, and then we have here this zigzag style. So I simply start with laying down the strip like so and measuring the width of this cover, and then going back and forth like so, and like so in the end piece I fold over. So this is our first page. And then we simply glue this little flap here. And then we have a little bit of green lace here. So this is our first page. We have our little booklet here. And that can also go this way. Some handwriting space on both sides. I always like to have a little bit of writing space in the journal. And so in order to leave this open but still add a little something, I took one of the envelopes from the kit and I simply trimmed off one of the sides and folded over the lower flap and the side flap. And so now we have two pockets here on the inside, and then we'll have a little flap going like so. Here's our specimen table where we're doing all our botanical research. And we have here some note cards. One here. And then we have another note card here. And for our pocket here, we have some more cards. One of the pretty specimen table. And here as well. So, there we go. Beautiful. And here is Lady Mittens to the rescue. Our faithful accomplice. Oh, look at this cute little card. So I wanted to make here a little vellum window. So for this card to peek through here, so it can be moved like so. And I drew a little rectangle here. This particular piece is also from the vertical background pages that I simply cut off the bottom. And to cut this out, you can use scissors or you can use a little craft knife like this one. So now that we have our little window cut out, let's glue the vellum. So we'll flip this over and put the vellum on the back side here. So now we have our window belly band, and now let's glue that on here. I also wanted to put in the bottom here a little bit more greenery. So I have this washi tape here. And with washi tape, I always like to add a little bit of glue because the adhesive is just not very strong, usually with washi tape. So and here we have a little piece of paper. So we have the paper here in the image, and now we're making it a little bit more three-dimensional by adding another piece of paper fuzzy cut to it. So it kind of comes out of the page. Ah, how pretty. And then we have here our little pull-out, and there are some lines here. So if you want to use it as a little journaling card, so this is right here, like so. Our lady here is in the libraries that is adjacent to the conservatory, and she's studying and pretending to be just reading. Not that she's working on any manuscript or anything. Here. So the storyline behind this journal kit is that the lady of the manor is secretly writing a manuscript about botanical plants and information and so forth. And back in the 1800s, it was quite frowned upon for a lady of society to be working or even to be working as like a published author in the public eye at all. So everything had to be kept very hush-hush. So here we have our little page layout and a little journaling card here. So for this page, I wanted to add this seed pocket that we made in our last video. I will link the video for the seed pocket below in the description. So what we did was we made different seed pockets from paper bags. And so this is what we will be using here in this journal. And they are actual real seed pockets that you can open up, put seeds in them, and write some notes in the back of it. And so they are adorable, and I think they are really cute gifts also for any garden lover or for your own garden if you want to store some seeds. And so we're going to put this in here, and since it has something on the back, I thought maybe we'll just add a little washi tape here so it can be also used as a little flip out. So let's some lace here. We have our seed pocket here. Flip. And I made a little tuck spot card here. Again, I cut this piece out from the vertical background pages, and everything is printed on cardstock with the vertical background pages, so it's so easy to use it for any elements that we want to add to our journal. And so I'm gonna add this here. It's in the conservatory, how we're working on all of the botanical research here. And so I have here a little journaling card as well. So I put that in here. A little magnifying glass. It's just nice to have some fuzzy cuts to bring some dimension to the journal pages, to the designs. More research here. There we go. We have the ivy coming down here, and then we have here our fuzzy cuts, our research that is taking place. Keep watching, as in a moment I'm going to show you my favorite fern leaf ruse, a little trick to turn a messy ink spot into a botanical masterpiece. We'll also be packing our secret sketching satchels for a quick garden escape. You don't want to miss how flowers and forest greens play together to tell a story that is just a little bit naughty and altogether lovely. So we'll leave the center page clear of any decorations because we will be sewing in the signatures at a later point. So we want to keep this clear and decorate them later. Here we'll make a little lace pocket. And a little botanical card from the fuzzy cuts. And we have here Lord Barnaby, our faithful friend, who is going with us out into the garden. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's cute. I love this bee stamp. That is very cute. And here we have Lord Barnaby taking us into the garden. And here we see peonies, and we have a little botanical card. So we have this beautiful foxglove image, and I only want to have a really sheer pocket, so I'm using a piece of vellum, and I'll use it as a pocket. And the fuzzy cuts of this collection are also foxglove images, so I thought that is quite fitting. So we'll put one here, and then we have another little botanical specimen container. And now I want to make a botanical specimen card that will go in here. A square. And I'm going to use my cutter. And so we have one window. And now, to make sure that we have an exact cutout, we'll simply flip this over and trace the exact cutout that we already made here. And then we'll go ahead and cut that out as well. So now we have here our window for our specimen card. So, and I have here some dried flowers. If you can't dry your own flowers, if you don't have access to flowers that you can dry yourself, there are plenty available on online, really. And so what is quite neat about this particular one is that it came in this bag. And so I want to use this bag as part of the window here. So you can use any kind of acetane that you can find, any packaging oftentimes where you can then simply use them. Actually, I'm going to use the whole bottom part here as the holder. But if you do not have this size of a packaging, you can simply cut 2 pieces to size and then put some glue around it, and you have a little bag. But you want to keep one side open so that it's a little bit easier to finagle some of the dried flowers. So let's look at this again. Yep, that fits. And so what I want to do here is I want to add some of these little branches of flowers, of dried flowers. I think these dried flowers that I got here are from a diffuser set. So let's see how we can arrange these. So also you noticed I definitely used stems. I didn't go just with loose tiny flowers because then they would gather in the bottom somewhere. So it's good to have some stems with them to hold them in a certain height. I'm holding the flowers and I'm using a little bit of glue just here in the bottom, because you won't see that it will be covered by the frame. And so we're gonna keep them in place like so. Put all the stems where the glue is. That's just a little safety, but it's probably not necessary, but I just like to make double sure here. So, and then let's glue the bag shut. Let's move this to the side so they're not in the way of the glue. Now let's add and so we'll put some glue here all around the edges. And here also, both sides. I'm using art glitter glue for all of these spots here. And fold it over like so. And it's really important to let this dry really, really well. So, and all that's left now is to put a little tab on. Yeah, like so. And so there we have our specimen card with dried flowers. And we'll put that right in here. So that way you can easily access it like so. Has the ivy here, and this pocket I also cut out from the vertical background pages. And simply put a notch in here. Oh, how pretty. How pretty is that? So you have a little real life specimen here. And look who's here, Lady Mittens. Isn't that cute? Oh. I used to have a cat like that a long time ago. So we'll have another fold out just to add some more journaling space to the journal. And this is perfect for that. And again, I cut out some of my lined papers and I folded them like so. The general rule of thumb here is you need 2 flaps, one that attaches to the journal and one that attaches to the card. And then you want to begin by folding over this first flap that goes on the card, and then align your strip like so and fold it over at the same size, and then fold it back and then fold the rest over. And if the flap is then too wide, you simply can cut it off. And then you simply add it like so, and then glue on this flap. And simply press down. And then you have your, and then simply press it down. There. And it happens that we have some lines here as well. So perfect. And we have another gorgeous botanical image, and this one is wisteria. And so, again, I don't want to cover it too much. It is such a joy just looking at these images. So, and here we have our little lace pocket, and we have our little fold out with journaling space, some lace here, tab, and there is our lady mittens again. And here I want to put some little vellum pockets. So these are these little glacé bags that you can also get online, and I simply cut off a part of it and put a little notch in here like so. And these botanical cards here, they go perfectly in these little pockets here. So let's do that. Okay. Oh, how pretty. There she is. Lady Mittens. We have a little fuzzy cut here. A little pull out. Our botanical cards. Maidenhair fern. And wisteria. And these are, of course, little journaling cards with lines here in the back. And another lace pocket here for our sage, for our botanical page. Here with sage leaf. And some more little botanical cards right here, like so. And here we have our journal page, our journaling page, and we are going to add another little flip. And so we have here another envelope that I got from the Botanical collection, and I simply cut a piece off here and punched a notch out, inked all around. So I simply put glue on these two sides, and that creates this nice pocket. And that is so practical to tuck in any kind of notes, any kind of botanical things that you want to add in here. If you're using this as a little garden journal, of course, then you will have plenty to tuck in here. In the meantime, I have here a little forget-me-not botanical card with lines, and that will go in like so. But first, we need to add some tape. That is so cute. And then we have our little journaling card that goes right in here. So we have here our sage, our little botanical things, and here our envelope, and here our journaling card here. There we go. Beautiful. And so our forbidden pages are tucked away, safe from prying eyes, at least for now. I hope this bit of whimsical mystery has made your heart skip a beat and your creative spirits soar. But do keep your ribbons ready. This Tuesday, the manor gates will swing wide for a reveal that is truly magical. I have engineered a brand new secret interactive element that pops, tucks, and surprises in the most delightful way. It's a paper crafting riddle you simply must see to believe. Until Tuesday, I remain yours in lace and ribbons and with much love. As Sarah. Good day.